Our next topic is chance and probability. There are situations in our life that are certain to happen, some that are impossible, some that are may or may not happen. Now, the situations which are certain to happen, the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. Surely it will happen. Impossible. An ant growing to 3-meter height. Is it possible? No. An ant growing to 3-meter height. Not possible. Then may or may not happen. There are some situations which are may or may not happen. Tomorrow will be a sunny day. What you can say? Tomorrow will be a sunny day. Sometimes tomorrow will be a sunny day, or sometimes it will be a cloudy day. It is likely to rain today. There is a chance. He may possibly join in politics. He may possibly join in politics. There is also there is a chance. So when you consider these three situations, there is a chance of happening the situations. There is a chance of happening. Now in this section, we are going to consider the situations where there is a chance of happening. Now if we can give some numerical value to this chance, if you can give some numerical value to these chances, numerical value, we can find the probability. So linking chances to some numerical value, we can find the probability. So probability means it is the measure of the likelihood of something to happen, the measure of the likelihood of something to happen, the chance of happening. So that is known as the probability. So that means it is the measure of the likelihood of something to happen. What is the chance of happening that one? And if we can give some numerical value to that, that is known as the probability. Now you might have seen that before a cricket match starts, the captains of the two teams go outside in order to toss a coin. That means in order to decide who will bat first, they will toss a coin. Now here we are going to consider tossing a coin. Tossing a coin. A coin has two sides. So we will take it one side as head and the other one as tail. Head and tail. Head and tail. Suppose when you toss a coin, what you will get? Sometimes you will get head or sometimes you will get tail. And the first time you toss the coin, you got head. Second time when you toss the coin, you got tail. And the third time, you want to get head, but when you toss the coin, you got tail. Now look at that. Can you control the result of this tossing? Can you control? Or can you say before tossing what you will get it? Is it possible to say? No, it is not possible. So there is a chance, you can say that there is a chance of getting head or there is a chance of getting tail. And this tossing a coin, we can consider it as a random experiment. Random experiment. Random experiment. So what is meant by a random experiment? An experiment which can be conducted at any number of times, but its result cannot be predicted in advance. You cannot say about the result in advance. That type of experiments we can call it as a random experiment. An experiment which can be conducted at any number of times and whose outcomes means the results. Outcomes means the results cannot be predicted in advance. That type of experiments we can call it as random experiment. So tossing a coin is an example for a random experiment. You cannot predict the result in advance. Sometimes you will get a head, sometimes you will get the tail. And what is the meaning of the word outcomes? Outcome means the result of a single trial of an experiment. The result of a single trial of an experiment. The result of a single trial of an experiment, we can call it as an outcome. That means results of the random experiment. That is known as the outcome. Then when you toss a coin, which are the results or which are the outcomes? Now onwards we will say that the outcomes. Which are the outcomes? We can say that it is a head or tail. Head or tail. H or T. Capital letter you have to use. H or T. Then event. Next word related to the probability is event. Each outcome of an experiment or a collection of outcomes. Each outcome of an experiment we can call it as an event. That means getting head. That is an event. Getting head. Each outcome. Getting head. Getting a head. That is an outcome. Head is an outcome and getting a head we can call it as an event. Each outcome of a random experiment we can call it as what? Event. Getting a tail, that is also another event. Getting a tail, that is also another event. So random experiment means an experiment which can be conducted at any number of times, but its outcomes cannot be predicted in advance. Example, tossing a coin. Outcome means what? The result of a single trial of an experiment. The results are known as the outcomes. So when you toss a coin, there are two outcomes. Which are the two outcomes? Head or tail. Now next one is event. Each outcome of an experiment is or a collection of outcomes. We can call it as an event. So each outcome. Here we will consider each outcome. Getting a head, that is an event. Getting a tail, that is also another event. Now we will consider another random experiment. Throwing a die. Throwing a die. Throwing a die or a dice. So when you play snake and ladder, you can see a die on the note to play, that is snake and ladder. Okay, so in that die, you can see how many faces are there? 6 faces, and you can see a number on each face. The numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So throwing a die, that is a random experiment. A random experiment. Example for a random experiment. Throwing a die. So can you predict the result in advance when you throw a die? Is it possible? No. You can say that you will get either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So which are the possible outcomes? The outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. These are the outcomes. How many outcomes are there? 6 outcomes. How many outcomes are there? 6 outcomes. In the case of tossing a coin, how many outcomes are there? 2 outcomes. Which are the outcomes? Head or tail. Throwing a die, how many outcomes are there? 6 outcomes. Which are the outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Then getting the number 1, that is an event. Event means what? Each outcome of an experiment. Getting the number 1, that is an event. Getting the number 2, that is also another event. So we will get only one outcome. Getting 2 means 2 appears only one time. 2 comes there only one time. So getting 2, that is an event. Then event is also a collection of outcomes, that is also an event. Collection of outcomes. So getting a prime number or getting an even number. So we can consider getting an even number. Getting an even number. Getting an even number. We can take it as an event. So how many outcomes will be there? Getting an even number. So when you throw a die, how many outcomes you will get? So out of these outcomes, which are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4 and 6 are the possible outcomes. That means getting an even number. So a collection of outcomes. So getting an even number, that is also an event. So here you will get 3 outcomes. Which are the outcomes? 2, 4, either you will get 2 or 4 or 6. 2, 4, 6 are the outcomes. So getting an even number is an event. Getting an odd number, a collection of outcomes will come there. Getting an odd number, 1, 3, 5. So collection of outcomes are there. Getting an odd number, that is an event. Getting a prime number, getting a composite number when you throw a die. So that is also an event. So event means if you are getting a single outcome, we can call it as an event, or a collection of outcomes, that is also an event. Now, how to find out the probability? So probability is a measure. So we have to get some numerical value. How to find out the probability? Then the probability can be found using this relation. Probability of an event is equal to number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. Number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. Now consider the random experiment tossing a coin. So what is the probability of getting head? Probability of, what is the probability of getting a head? We have to find out. What is the probability of getting a head? P of, if you want you can write like this, P of getting, probability of getting a head. P of getting head. What is the probability of getting a head? Now look at that, number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. So when you toss a coin, which are the possible outcomes? The outcomes are head or tail. The outcomes are H and T, head or tail. Then the total number of outcomes, what is the total number of outcomes? Total number of outcomes is equal to 2. Then the number of outcomes that make the event, how many outcomes make the event? So you will get the outcomes as a head or tail. Then how many times head comes here? Only one time. So number of outcomes that make the event, that particular event, probability of getting a head, that is the event. How many times head comes there? Only one time. So 1 by total number of outcomes. What is the total number of outcomes? How many outcomes are there? 2 outcomes. So the probability of getting a head is equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of getting a tail. What is the probability of getting a tail? Probability of getting a tail. So here the event is getting a tail is the event. So how can you find out the probability? Number of outcomes that make the event. How many outcomes make the event? So the H and T will come as the outcomes, and there T appears only one time. So number of outcomes that make the event is 1 divided by total number of outcomes. What is the total number of outcomes when we toss a coin? The total number of outcomes is 2. Therefore, we can write it as 1 by 2. So here the outcomes are equally likely. So what is meant by equally likely? That means the same chance of occurring. The chance of occurring remains the same. Then we can say that the outcomes are equally likely. The outcomes are equally likely. The same chance of occurring. Equally likely. The outcomes are equally likely. The same chance of occurring. So probability of getting the head is 1 by 2, and similarly the probability of getting tail is also 1 by 2. Thus the occurrence of that means there is an equal chance of occurring each one. So we can call the outcomes as equally likely. Now we can consider another example, throwing a die. So what is the probability of getting 1? Probability of getting 1. Probability of getting 1. What is the probability of getting the number 1? So, what is the relation? How can you find out the probability? Number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. Number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. So, throwing a die, which are the outcomes, possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many outcomes are there? Total number of outcomes when you throw a die, 6. That is the total number of outcomes. So, probability of getting 1 means a number of outcomes that make the event. Number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes we got. How many outcomes will be there when we throw a die? 6 outcomes. Then number of outcomes that make the event. Now you have to get 1. How many times 1 comes here? Only 1 time. So the number of outcomes that make the event is equal to 1. So what is the probability of getting the number 1? What is the probability? 1 by 6. Similarly, you can find out the probability of getting the number 2. The total number of outcomes is 6. And what is the probability of getting the number 2? Here also 2 comes only 1 time. So the probability of getting the number 2 is also 1 by 6. What is the probability of getting the number 3? 3 comes only 1 time. Therefore, getting 3 means only 1 outcomes in these outcomes, collection of outcomes, you can see that 3 comes only 1 time. Therefore, we can say that the probability of getting 3 is also 1 by 6. Probability of getting 4, that is also 1 by 6. Probability of getting 5, that is also 1 by 6. Probability of getting 6, that is also 1 by 6. So here also the outcomes are equally likely, that is equal chance of occurring. Here also we can say that the outcomes are equally likely. Now what is the probability of getting an even number? When you throw a die, what is the probability of getting an even number? Probability of getting an even number. What is the probability of getting an even number? So when you throw a die, the total number of outcomes is 6. Then out of these outcomes you can see that the even numbers, which are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6. So the number of outcomes that make the event. How many outcomes that make the event? 1, 2, 3. 3 outcomes make that event. So what is the probability? 3 by 6. And we can reduce it and the answer is 1 by 2. So we can calculate the probability of any event using the relation the number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. Now look at that. A bag has 4 red balls and 3 yellow balls. 4 red balls and 3 yellow balls. A ball is drawn from the bag without looking into it. You have to pick one ball from the bag. What is the probability of getting a red ball? What is the probability of getting a red ball? So, how can you find out the probability? Number of outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. So, probability of getting a red ball. Probability of getting a red ball. So, getting a red ball is the event. Getting a red ball, that is the event. So, number of outcomes that make the event. How many outcomes that make the event? There are 4 red balls. 4 outcomes that make the event. 4 by total number of outcomes. What is the total number of outcomes? That means total number of balls. 4 plus 3 which is equal to 7. So, the total number of outcomes is equal to 7. And the number of outcomes that make the particular event, getting a red ball. How many red balls are there? 4 red balls. So, the required probability equal to 4 by 7. Then, probability of getting a yellow ball. Probability of getting probability of getting a yellow ball. So what is the probability of getting a yellow ball? So number of outcomes that make the event, that means how many yellow balls are there? 3 yellow balls. So 3 outcomes make that event. Getting a yellow ball means there are 3 outcomes that make the event divided by total number of outcomes. Total number of balls is 7. So the required probability is 3 by 7. So the probability is a measure and its value lies between 0 and 1. So probability of the measures and the values it is a measure and the value lies between 0 and 1. So we are considering the situations may or may not happen. Okay, there is a chance of happening. So the probability value will lies between 0 and 1. And if it is an impossible event, impossible means it won't happen. So we can say that the probability is 0. The probability of that type of events we can call it the probability will be 0. And if the probability is a sure event, surely it will happen. The probability of that the sun rises in the east, surely it will happen. We can say that the probability is equal to 1. And all other, that means in between that, may or may not happen, and the probability will be between 0 and 1. So we can say that the probability of any event lies between 0 and 1. That's all for today's class. Thank you.